Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is your instructor Joy. Let me first play a tune for you. This was beginning of Blumenlied or Flower Song by Gustav Lange. This video will be an answer to a subscriber. This subscriber was wondering how one could move from playing harmonics with a fourth finger, for example harmonics note A, in this case natural harmonics, back to note G. So I thought this piece, Blumenlied, the Flower Song, would be the perfect example for that. Thank you very much for your continued support, for your kind words, for your sending me donations and booking lessons with me. I truly appreciate. I'll be posting another video about how to warm up for a short warm up for beginner violins this coming Thursday, so I encourage you to check it out. The link can be found in the description below. So I made several videos about harmonics, natural harmonics, artificial harmonics, so I encourage you to check it out. If you want to look up for specific videos in my channel, there's also a link below in the description to help you, to show you how you can do that. So now, when we play harmonics, so basically this particular one is note A, natural harmonics, which is, you know, when you see the vibrating string from the nut all the way to the bridge, you divide into half and then you touch the finger very lightly, and that's one of the first natural harmonics that we learn. The very first reason why many of us have a hard time to adjust the fourth finger or any other finger from the harmonics note to a solid note to the normal note is because the placement of the finger for harmonics is a bit different than the normal note. So if I play harmonics, in this case note A, which is same as that one, an octave higher from the open A, if I keep my fingertip as where it is and I press it hard to make a solid note, it's not note A anymore, but it's got quite a bit of sharp. Do you see that? The harmonic note A, and same note, I press it heavy, sorry, and that becomes quite a bit hard, quite a bit of sharp. In order to make note A from harmonic, I have to just bring it slightly down. Again, harmonics note A, I have to bring my finger slightly lower in order to make the same pitch note, which means the distance from harmonic note A to G, it's greater than solid note A to normal G. So that's one of the reasons why it is hard for us to adjust the fourth finger or any finger from playing harmonic note to the normal note. It's because the distance that you have to move is greater. It's a slight change, a tiny bit greater, but it still makes a huge difference. So just keep that in mind. So which means from harmonics to note G, you have to move a little more than just whole step or just normal interval. Yeah, that's first thing. Now, second reason why we have sometimes hard time to adjust fingers from harmonic note to a normal note is we have to understand in this particular case, here we're using same fourth finger. Now, I've talked about fourth finger extension. There's also at least one video, if not more, that I made about fourth finger extension, because that's an ongoing issue and that's hard one to master for all of us. There's two ways of doing finger extension. One is bringing your hand towards you. So basically, like this, you're just bringing your hand towards you. That way, your pinky gets farther. When you do that, you can see the wrist end up sticking out. So you have to know this. We're not extending the fourth finger, not sticking the wrist out, but rather bringing the hand towards us, which results our wrist being a little sticking out. Yeah, so that's one way of doing it. You can bring your hand towards you like that. That's one way of doing it. As you notice, the rest of the thumb stays and then the rest of the hand stays there, because I'm just bringing my hand a little closer to me. That's first way. Second way of doing fourth finger extension is keeping your hand as is, but you're just stretching only the fourth finger. Again, here, like that. And this is the one that we use the most when we used harmonics notes, in this case from harmonic notes A. So instead of bringing our whole hand, we try to extend. The reason being is, if you have to move back and forth from a harmonic note to the normal note and then vice versa, it is easier and more effective when you just stretch, when you just extend finger instead of moving your entire hand. Because you're moving smaller muscle, therefore it takes less effort to adjust back to where it was. So we like to just extend finger, just pinky straighten it. As you notice, some people with a longer finger, even when they stretch, they don't have to straighten quite a bit, but I tend to have a smaller hand, or many female players are almost that case, so you have to straighten your pinky quite a bit. Now, by just extending your fourth finger, just stretching your fourth finger, you end up touching, not at the tip of the finger, oopsie, not tip of the finger, but rather this part. So normally the note, we sit at the tip of the finger on the fingerboard, but when you do harmonics, it ends up touching where the flesh is. And that's another reason that makes it a little harder, like that. So in order to bring back, what we have to do is we have to adjust the touching point from the flesh part, curving it back to the fingertip. That's what it makes it harder. And here I'm going to show you a little tip that works every time, and which I used also for the beginning of this Blumenlied. So what I do is, I mean, one could always practice bringing from harmonic to solid note. So straighten finger to curve. You can always do that. It's always a good idea to practice back and forth. But there's one trick that works beautifully, and it's not my idea. Many of us use it, but it's good to know. So namely, when you play harmonic notes, any harmonics, but especially natural harmonics, it works even better. If you play and if you lift up your left finger, the note will keep sounding as a harmonic. Yeah, again. Yeah. Short time, but it stays. I don't know if you're able to hear. Do you hear that? So, which means we can let go of the harmonic finger and then settle for the normal note like this. Again. So I'm taking advantage of bow, it's doing its job for me, and I let go of a harmonic finger and then place the normal note properly. So basically lifting up a bit early and then placing it again, lifting up a bit early like that. And this is what I did also at the beginning. Let me show you from the other side. Sorry. Let me try again. Yeah, so this works beautifully. Make sure you have to time it right so that you lift up just on the right time so that the harmonic notes continues. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again. Bye bye.